Hi guys, I'm Carrie LeBlanc, and I want to thank you for liking my page. I was definitely hesitant to do that. I don't love putting myself out there, and I felt at this juncture in my life that it might be a good idea. I think all too often we have this idea of where we're supposed to be in our lives, and I'm definitely a non-traditional person. I have never really conformed to society's expectations, and that's not necessarily because I haven't wanted to, but it's just how it's turned out. I've never had a life plan that's gone according to plan. I've always fallen back on plan B, C, D, and it's always worked out. It's just, I think that I'm in a different place in my life where I've come to accept the fact that my life will never look like someone else's. And for the first time, I feel completely fine with it. I am happy with where I am right now, and I'm excited about my future. And I think when you're in your 30s, there's always been this connotation with, being in a career and having a family and, just all of the success that's come to you. And you're finally in your place of happiness. And I can truly say that I am happy. I'm not happy day to day, but it's not a constant, but it's a place and a state of mind that I can get back to very, very easily. And that has taken literally a lifetime for me to achieve. So that is, I think, my greatest achievement right now. And my like page isn't completely about me. And while I am a health and fitness coach, and I put 100% into helping my team grow and helping people achieve their fitness goals, because I really believe that being healthy is the most important thing in life. You are not going to be around forever, and you need to be your best self, and you need to be present in your family's lives. And the only way to do that is to stay healthy, to prevent disease. And you have that opportunity to do that. And I think people do not prioritize health and fitness and nutrition enough. So that is definitely something that I'm passionate about. I'm also passionate about writing. I am a writer. I have a few things that are published, and this is just something I love to do. People have different reasons as to why they want to write, and I want to get my story out there. And that doesn't necessarily mean I want to promote myself. I don't feel that I am any more special or have any more talent than the next person. But I've always believed that adding value to the world is so, so important. And I think I connect with a lot of different people. Again, I'm not a traditional person. I had my son when I was 20. I had gotten pregnant at 19, not planned. I suffered from postpartum psychosis, which isn't something that I really talk about or share too often, but I have written about it. So I do have a little bit of distance from that situation, and I've worked through it. I've always carried a lot of shame with me based on what I've gone through. And it's taken me years and years and years to get over it. I suffer from depression and anxiety. It's something that I fight through all of the time, and I definitely have my ups and downs. I have those constant group of friends and family that has been so supportive in my progress. There were days and weeks that I didn't even want to leave my house when I was in my early 20s. It was just an awful experience that I went through, and I was lucky to have such a solid foundation of love and friendship and family to be there for me and to see me come out of that. So I guess I kind of missed out on my 20s when you think about, finishing college and entering your first career. I didn't have that opportunity to just jump into what I loved to do. I took a job at an insurance firm, and I worked there for 5 years. I worked to help my boss become more successful. And I thought that was something, I thought I was adding value. And when in reality, I was commuting 45 minutes a day each way to afford to put my son in daycare. To be honest, his father was never supportive. While he loves my son, was never supportive. And, I struggled with going to court and, handling, child support and all of the things that a 20-year-old shouldn't have to do. And I dealt with that. Being a single mom and raising a little boy is not the easiest thing. And I've been in a very bad relationship that emotionally has broken me down when I thought that I was coming out of what I had gone through. So, so I've had those bumps in the road because I'm human, and we all have those things. So I can connect with people that have gone through similar things. I actually did a lot of online dating, which is hilarious because if you put yourself out there, you're definitely going to deal with some characters. But I've also made some amazing friends doing this, and I've learned so much more about myself and what I don't want in my life. I actually met my husband that way, which is ironic because the one thing I wasn't looking for was someone that was divorced that had kids. And that's exactly what I ended up with. And I'm extremely lucky to have that for myself and my son. Moving forward, I have moved to a town that I'm not exactly thrilled with living in, but I have acclimated. I've definitely gone outside my comfort zone. I've moved away from my friends and family because I know this is the best for me and for my son. I have 2 stepsons, which is amazing and I love, but the dynamic is certainly different. My husband is very close with his ex-wife, so it's great that they have that that relationship, and that's not something that I share with my son's father. So it's all been a huge adjustment. I went back to school when I was 30 because it was always a dream of mine, and I wanted to set a great example for my son. And I just graduated in December. And I really thought I graduated with a degree in English with a concentration in writing and legal studies. I really wanted to get into the legal field. And through all of my experience in college, being an older student, it was so much more fulfilling getting this stuff done. I've always procrastinated. I'm the worst procrastinator, but I got it done. And my GPA is phenomenal. And I'm so scared to go back to school because I do have a short-term memory based on some of the things I dealt with when I was younger. And I just didn't feel like confident enough to do that. I went back. I did awesome. I'm proud of myself for doing that. My family's proud of me. And that is so fulfilling. But when I got out, I thought for sure I would go into the legal field and, get a corporate job. And I felt like, that's what I did in my 20s. And I was always working to help others be more successful, not others that I personally cared about. And now, I'm in a job. I'm a, online health and fitness coach. I get to share my journey and how I've done with that. I've always had issues with being less than confident with how I looked and how I felt about myself. So I can keep myself accountable while I help others. So I love doing that. And I don't want to say more importantly, but I get to write. I have that freedom of time where I get to write. I want to put my story out there. I want to help other people who have struggled in similar situations. And so when I thought about a like page, I was like, what do I really have to offer? I don't have anything specific. And I'm kind of like a mishmash of different, lifetime things. I've accomplished things and I've failed at things, and there's been a lot of bumps in the road, but I am happy and I've experienced a lot of things. And, while I've looked at my life as being like, I'm an older student and, this is awkward, being on campus with a bunch of 20-year-olds. And then I've also been 20 and a parent and been looked down upon by, 30-year-olds who are moms. And so I've always been in a situation where I need to acclimate and having anxiety and always feeling like it wasn't good enough. And I'm finally in a place where I know I can add value to others. And so my page is really just about positivity and my journey. And I love the saying that it's so exciting to know that the best days in your life may have not happened yet. And I really don't know what's to come, but I know that I'm happy and I love sharing my story. I love relating to people. And I think having a Facebook page, I'm still friends with people that I worked with when I was 20. I have childhood friends. I've reconnected with so many people through the business that I run, but there are also people that I'm friends with that don't necessarily need to know about my story, care about my story. I haven't really connected with them. We're just, Facebook friends. And so I really think this is a place where I can be myself. I can offer my stories. I love to write, and some of my posts are longer. And I know when people are scrolling through, whether they're reading it or not, you can tell if someone just liked something the second after you've written it. So sometimes it's like kind of disconcerting and like frustrating, because you're like, I'm a writer. I put, this time into this post, and hopefully, even if it was just to help one person, and you don't know if you're reaching those people. And I know that if you like my page, that perhaps you will look through things and you will read something, and maybe something will be valuable to you. And I'd love to connect with more people. I've learned that, I've really sheltered myself and, kept that close niche of people, but there is so much out there. There are so many people I've connected with that I've helped and that have helped me. And I just love making new friends, and I love being a part of the world. And I really, really am excited for whatever is to come. And I'm hoping to, have an engaging page where we can share our journeys together. And that's what this is all about. So I'm not a, specialized nutritionist, and I'm not a personal trainer, but I work my ass off every single day to be my best self. And whether it's, I know there's a direct correlation with feeling, physically healthy and self-confident and just feeling good about yourself, and it's all related. And I'm just excited for what's to come. And thank you again for liking my page, and I'm excited to get to know you more.